We got a wide range of applications. There was a healthy pool. I think it was like over 240 people applied for the job. And they ranged in experience and skill. And I mean, I think that we were looking for someone that really wanted to be at Keene State College. And we've kind of isolated it down to a couple of candidates now. A lot of them are drawn here because it's a small liberal arts college. And the people that we're really interviewing kind of believe in a liberal arts education. So they want to work with students that aren't just focused in studio art, and they would rather have the students that, have that other background. So in like psychology, film studies, journalism, and, they just want to work with students that kind of bring in something else other than just art. The start of the process, obviously, we get like the huge pool of applicants. And then with art, we actually have a national conference called CAA. So we narrowed down that pool to about 12 applicants, where we then interviewed them in person at the conference and then chose 4 candidates from there to come on campus. And when they come on campus, that's a chance for them and for us to watch them interact with you all and see how they work with students. They're also doing a lecture to the classes, so you can see how they would present work, what kind of things that they might do in their classroom. And then they're also doing BFA critiques. So they're meeting with a couple students one-on-one, and we stand back and observe them critiquing the student. So we can see again, like, how do they critique? How do they interact? I think that it has to be somebody that actually can balance teaching, their scholarship, and like service to the college. If you're like a rock star artist, New York City hotshot, I find that we all find that our students end up kind of losing out because that person's not as engaged in the classroom. So I think when we're looking for people, we want somebody that can balance all of those elements.
I teach printmaking at Keene, and you often think that means like using a commercial printer, like an Epson or something like that, but actually it's more traditional. So we use copper plates, linoleum, wood blocks, screen printing, stone lithography, plate lithography. So I teach all aspects of printmaking. So my background is as a collaborative printer. That means so if you're an artist working with a museum or a gallery, like you'd call me up and be like, hey, I want to make some prints, and I would help you do that. So coming in brand new, coming from a different institution, there's always some adjustments, or people have different ways of doing stuff. But I found with help of students especially, just kind of letting me know what they were used to, it's been pretty smooth. Like made a few minor adjustments here and there, but all in all, it's been surprisingly easy. The most important part of being an art professor, like for me, like my thoughts on teaching, what we're doing, like you could say that the work we're doing is maybe inconsequential or not as important as maybe something else. But what we're doing, especially in the print studio, it's a collaborative space, it's a shared space, is we're practicing working together. For me, what's more important than like making some beautiful image or some compelling object is learning and practicing working together in that communal space. My job, as I see it, is to facilitate those interactions. Doesn't mean we have to agree on everything. It's sometimes better if we disagree. But the question is, how do we work that out in a civil way? And that has implications. Like that's practice for being in the real world. This is like most students' like last stop before they get out there and engage in society as like full-blown participating adults. To focus on those different interactions and how we engage with each other is my most important job. How do you work together with difference? I taught at a school in Georgia, and there was very different, like maybe political views, and we had some amazing talks because people didn't agree on stuff. Those were some of the more productive classes I taught. Like that's what I strive to engage with in my teaching. It's always kind of nerve-wracking, like going for an interview. It's like you have to give a talk and meeting new people. But what struck me compared to other interviews I've had, because I've had a few different institutions, everyone was really friendly and accommodating and generally interested in what I had to say, or and asking me questions about my work and my teaching philosophy. It felt very inviting, like a good team I want to be a part of. And that's all you're looking for. Like when you're going on these interviews, especially for like a teaching position, you're looking for a teammate. Like that's what the committee is looking for, looking for someone that they can work with. I think was mutual and feeling that we could be a good team.